So welcome back, everyone. Now I want everyone to listen up, okay? Because this is another very important segment that we're going to have here on the show. We are live on Facebook, so hi to everybody out there. My next guest, I should say, is Jesse Sandoval, and you are the director of AmeriCorps, and the agency for I'm saying it wrong. How do you say it? Because I don't have
Area
it.
Agency on Aging.
Area Agency, oh my God, I can't believe I got that wrong. So Area Agency on Aging, listen up everyone, because this is so huge and important. There are a lot of our seniors out there that they're lonely. They are alone, and I want you to listen up to what we've got going on here. I also have with me, and I'm just going to do it the way because I've messed that up so bad, Melissa Elliot. She's the Senior Vice President of Programs and Services, and I want you to talk a little bit about yourself, what you do there, and why you're here today first.
So Area Agencies on Aging are all over the United States. There's about 600 of them. There are 8 here in Arizona. Our specific area agency is for Maricopa County only. We serve about over 100,000 people every year. That's both directly and through. We have a whole network of people, subcontractors that we contract with to help do our work. Primarily, area agencies are for setting up or for helping people stay safe and healthy in their own home for as long as possible. And we do that through by providing, we have over 58 programs and services that we provide, things like meals or homemaking, or programs like the one that Jesse runs, Caring Circles. We do counseling around Medicare. We can help with your mental health, but we have a whole array of programs and services that we can offer.
So Jesse, you've been on the show a couple of times, and the other time that you were on, I stressed about how you want to tell them a little bit about the people that you're looking for and what you're looking for them to do.
Yeah, so as Melissa mentioned, the Caring Circles program is an AmeriCorps program, so it's a volunteer service with us. And we are looking for folks who have a big heart and want to get back out in the community and help older adults who are isolated or homebound. Right now we have a list of older adults who are in need of companionship, need of transportation, and in reality just in need of a friend. And we're looking for folks to fill that gap.
Now you have a little bit of a story, and I want you to talk a little about that because people will listen. There are so many people out there that are alone and they don't even talk about it, right? And they have family members, but they may not live here, or they might even live here and not really even go by and visit them and things like that. What is your story?
Yeah, we have tons of stories that come out of this. A couple that really resonate with me, and I'll give you the one that was more recent. We have a volunteer who was matched with a client who had, as you mentioned, no family, no friends, and hadn't had anyone in her life for about 20 years now. And one day she got a call out of the blue from a childhood best friend who was in the area from way out east. And she called and said, "I'd really like to see you. I am about, it was like an hour and 20 minutes away from her." And she said, "Well, I have no way to get there. I don't know." And she explained that she was alone. Our volunteer heard this conversation and said, "I'll take you," and was able to take her there and back. And she still to this day praises the program for giving her just a moment of reflection, a moment of her past, of connecting with someone after not connecting with anyone over 20 years. And then we have stories from technology. Our volunteers actually go out and help connect them through Facebook and social media, all those modern things. And sometimes they'll find families that way, or long lost or disconnected grandchildren. And even just seeing photos of them online is enough to bring joy in their life. And our volunteers do that. So everything from transportation to just helping them get online can really make a difference.
I've said that I know somebody that does this, and I think it's wonderful. And she loves what she does. And I bet you everybody that volunteers with you love what they do. Okay, and I want to tell everybody, because I'm going to do this, okay? And that is that when you start to volunteer for somebody, you become their friend. When you start to help people out like this, you become friends with that person. And there's nothing like it. You just get a whole different way of how you feel about yourself as well as them. And I'm saying this, implore for anybody out there, they're trying to double the amount of the volunteers that they're looking for, and that number that you can call them at is 602-283-5704. Their website is AAA, so that's AAAPHX.org. Again, maybe it's you or someone that you know. I've said it all this show, but if you know somebody that might be interested in becoming one of their volunteers, give them a call. Again, that number is 602-283-5704. So what are some of the other programs that the Area Agency on Aging offers?
So as I said, we have about 58 programs and services. So I think we were going to talk specifically maybe about some of the other ones that you can volunteer in. So we do have a program that provides Medicare counseling to people. So if you're a Medicare recipient, around this time of year you start getting an influx of mail with different Medicare plans and health insurance plans that want you to sign up for their plan. So we have counselors, benefits counselors within our area agency that can actually advise you on what plans might be best based on your doctors, your medications. And the great thing about them is they provide unbiased opinion. They're not connected with any broker. They're not connected with any plans, so they're unbiased.
And then go ahead.
They and we have 8 staff that do that, but we also have a whole crew of volunteers that also help with that. We also have volunteers that serve in our ombudsman program, visiting people in nursing homes and assisted living centers. Volunteers that provide English as a second language tutoring to refugees, older refugees. We use volunteers in our domestic violence program, and we also use volunteers to help deliver food boxes around the county.
So there's lots of different opportunities for people out there. Got a big heart, looking for something to do. There's a lot of, you said the age that you were looking for was 55 on up, is that correct?
Yes, and we are open to going outside that box. Just give us a call and we'll match you.
They're looking to double the amount of volunteers that they have working with them. And the reason why is because there's so many people out there, and they're lonely. They're so lonely, and they're so lovely. And the other thing that I want you to mention too, Jesse, is that how they're not going to be going in there and bathing them and changing them or anything like that.
Correct. It is completely hands-off, so I don't want anyone to think this is a caregiver position in any sense of the way. No bathing, no cooking, nothing where you need to hold them. In fact, if you were a volunteer and you came across someone like that, you can be their eyes and ears to liaison back to the agency and get them the higher level support you need. So you're still helping in a way, and then you would get a new client from there.
You're just a pal.
Yeah.
You know, it's like just being a pal and taking them maybe to their doctor's appointments. They want to get their nails done, their hair done, golf, whatever it might be. You're a pal to help them out. And that phone number to call is 602-283-5704. It's AAA. That's AAAPHX.org. So the opportunities that are, for more of a busier person, what would those be?
I mean, I think all of our volunteer opportunities are flexible. So I think, some require more training than others. So those that are doing the Medicare counseling or are visiting through our ombudsman program to nursing home and assisted living, those require a little bit more training, more of an investment of time. But we're always happy to work with a volunteer if they have limited time. I think we have, opportunities at all levels for anybody that is wanting to even try to be involved with this population or with our agency.
So, here's the thing too, that there's different levels for different people, right? They come in, they have a consultation with you. What is one that you would suggest to people out there who would be something to start with?
Well, I think our food box program or the Caring Circles program are great if you want to work with older adults. I mean, they are, everybody needs food, everybody needs a companion and a social connection. So those are really easy tasks that most people can offer just by a willingness to give back to their community. So if you want to get started with something, those are the two programs that I would recommend.
Yeah, and here's the best thing that you can do. Call them. Call them. If you know somebody that might be interested in something like this, please tell them about it. Our seniors are out there and they need you. And when you do it, you're gonna love it. This is not just what you're doing for them, it's actually doing something for yourself as well. Their phone number is 602-283-5704, AAA, that's AAAPHX.org. How do they sign up?
Just through the ways that you just gave us, so call our phone number or go to our website. And there's some things you have to do. You have to get a level 1 fingerprint clearance card, you'll have to do a background check, but we can walk you through everything else that you need to do, but I would start by calling or emailing us.
And again, the thing is about this is that when we help our seniors, they all love it. They really do. And they're so interesting. You know, what I'm hearing from the girl that I know that actually does work with you, I mean, she has nothing but good things to say, and especially about the people that she's doing all of this little errand things with. They go on little errands, sometimes to movies and things like that. It's pretty awesome, folks. That phone number to call is 602-283-5704, AAA, that's AAAPHX.org. You guys have time to stay here? Hold on tight. We're gonna go with them for 15 more, okay, instead of what I did. So we're gonna keep on going
Okay.
here.
Cool.
I'll be right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a little bit tongue-tied there. I didn't mean that.
That's okay, no worries. I'm sorry about my cough.
When I make a little boo-boo, I have to do something to make it.
Appreciate it.
I did.
Yeah.
But you'll also see the difference. You know, what I like to do is just talk about seniors and how
Okay.
they're different today,
Yeah.
you know? Because a senior may, you know, they think of them as old, right? And, because you say senior, and, you know, you can educate this public really so much on this show. By doing that. They used to have a show here a long time ago that was an actual, it was a residential home for
Oh,
people. Yeah,
yeah.
and they talked about, talked about seniors,
Oh, that's
you
cool.
know? Yeah,
Yeah.
and the different things they have to do and this and that and the other.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
That is cool.
They don't do those as much anymore, you know,
Mhm.
because they don't have shows like mine, they're called broker shows.
Yeah.
They don't do them as much anymore. But it's a lot less money to come here and talk if you wanted to, you know,
Yeah.
because,
Yeah.
you know, you just do it through me.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many shows go on here?
On this show,
Or how many shows like in this building?
how many shows in this
Mhm.
building? One,
Oh, okay.
because we own the whole bottom, yeah, that's,
Oh, okay.
yeah, no, just one,
That's cool.
yeah. If there's a way, and I don't know if there is now, can you put another one of their ads in there, or no? Might be too late. Okay. That's okay. Yeah, I mean, it's the education. I like doing that a little bit better than just like boom, 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 and
Yeah.
da-da-da-da-da.
Bombard you
You
with
know.
information.
Yeah.
Right, right. Now, you're just gonna play with me here, okay?
Okay,
Cool.
and I'll like tap you or something if I want you. You let
Sure.
me know if you want, or we can,
Yeah.
or just talk over me.
So welcome back, everyone. you know, every once in a while, something happens and I decide to do something on the fly. So we're gonna keep on talking here because I made a mistake when I said the name of the business the first time. It was wrong. So I'm gonna say it again. It's Area Agency on Aging, Area Agency on Aging. And let me just say this, folks. I'm doing this because, you know, it's so important for you to hear what we're talking about today. There are a lot of seniors out there that they're lonely. But seniors are different, and I want to talk a little bit about that because you see a lot of them and meet a lot of them. What do your seniors look like, and what do they do?
I think that what we see is, yes, there's always a percentage of, we say older adults because senior is such a broad term, and even older adults is a broad term, but the older adults we see, there is a percentage of them that are at home and they do need some help, or maybe they're getting help from a caregiver. But we also see a larger percentage than ever of older adults today who want to give back to their community. And they still want to be engaged in some way. They want to work a second career. They may just want to volunteer, or they may want to serve in a program like AmeriCorps. And they have a broad range of skills that they can employ in any one of those opportunities. I know Jesse sees a lot of different types of older adults that present to him, so I don't know what you see, Jesse.
Yeah, actually, on our program, we see the opposite of what people might think. We see extremely active older adults with our program volunteering, some of them outside of volunteering. Do yoga, Pilates, hiking, they teach classes, they used to be teachers, soldiers, they have such an interesting background. And then we have folks who speak different languages, who can do art, who can do music. I have one person right now who used to be a cheerleader for a basketball team, an NBA team. So they come with just a variety of things that they can talk about and show you.
And you're looking to double the amount of volunteers, and that's what you're here for, to talk to the public about what you're looking for. And when people come and they volunteer, again, let's tell them what they do to, you know, sign up and what that takes and what they need to do. And, you know, there's a lot of seniors today too that are, and I'm not even going to say seniors for a moment. I'm going to talk about people who retirees. And you know, you start to retire and all of a sudden you're bored, or all of a sudden you want to do something because your mindset for so long was just working, right? And today, these are things that you can do, that you can help other people out there and make such a difference.
Yeah, so it is great. This program's flexibility really invites people who you just said might be bored at home, might have a little extra time, because we can offer an opportunity from 1 hour a week to someone who just wants to try it out a little bit. I don't know, let me talk to Jesse, let me figure it out. To someone who says, I have a lot of time, I'm ready to rock and roll, 25 hours a week. So 1 to 25 hours a week. You can dip your toes in. You can start by making phone calls. Believe it or not, we have some folks that don't want the transportation and don't want to have anyone in their home just yet, but they want a reassurance call. They just want someone who will listen to them. And you can do that. You can just make one phone call a week for 1 hour, and that's your volunteering for the week, and get your toes wet there.
How do you pair you the volunteers with some of the seniors?
Fantastic question. I'm so glad you asked that. We have a referral process for the clients that are calling in who are looking for to be a client for our program, and we learn a little bit about them through the referral process. And then on the other end, on my end, when we meet people who are interested in volunteer, we sit and chat just like this, believe it or not. We have, I don't want to call it an interview process, it's more of a meet and greet, where we learn everything about you, we learn where you're from and what you do, and we talk about the clients that might be available to them. And then the matching occurs. We get the referral, we talk to the volunteer about the referral and say, hey, Bob Smith, this is who we have. We called him, this is what he's into, this is what he wants. Is it something that would match with you? And then that person will say, yeah, I think I can match with him there. Or, hey, do you have anyone who actually does this or that? And then it's kind of a little tug and war. Honestly, one of the most fun parts about my job, because when we get that perfect match, and we get that feedback from both the volunteer and the client, it is great. It's like I don't know, it's just a fun little matching pairing game.
Yeah, and it's great. Like I said before, I know somebody who does work with you, and she loves it, and so will you. That phone number to call them is 602-283-5704. You could check them out on their website. It's AAA, so that's AAAPHX.org. And when somebody signs up with you, how fast is the process for them to now get on with, getting to know their seniors and picking their clients that they want?
Yeah, I'll talk about mine, and then Melissa, you can talk about the other programs. But for our program, Melissa mentioned background checks, and of course, any volunteer program is going to have your background checks, which we will be more than happy to walk you through. So I would say once you get started, within a couple of weeks, those background checks come back and you're good to go.
Where is the Area Agency on Aging? Where are you located?
So we're located here in Central Phoenix, but we do work all throughout Maricopa County. So our main office is not too far from here, but really the majority of our work goes on in the community. And so you don't have to be in Central Phoenix. That's a great thing. If you want to volunteer, we do try to see if there are opportunities in your geographic area.
If they are the kind of person, let's say somebody is an artist or somebody that comes as a volunteer, loves to cook or whatever, and that the senior doesn't really do much. Maybe they sit around most of the day watching television. Okay, are they allowed to maybe kind of find out what they might like to do and do something like that? Or are there strict rules?
Yeah, I think we have a lot of flexibility to try. So they can go into the home, they can meet the older adult and see if they hit it off. And if they introduce things like that, or music or cooking, and the client is just not with it, maybe it's a mismatch, and we try again, or maybe we coach them to what could be a good match in that scenario.
Right, because when anybody does something, all of a sudden they end up really liking it. They might fight it for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
What would be some of your final words, Melissa?
I just would want to say that, like Jesse said, you never know until you try. So if you feel like you have the capability, we're happy to consider you as a volunteer. We love, the Area Agency has a really long standing reputation of meeting unmet needs in the community, and we need good people that can help us do that. We do have a large agency. We have a staff of 134, but we have a team of volunteers too that help us meet our mission. And so if you want to even just know more about our agency, we're happy if you reach out to us, and then we can talk to you a little bit more about what you're looking for.
And how about you, Jesse? What would you like to say?
I say I invite everyone to have a conversation with me. Even if you are unsure and you don't want to fill out that interest form, give us a call and let's chat a little bit more and learn a little bit more.
And find out, maybe this is something that you will absolutely love. And again, maybe you know somebody that might like to do something like this. They're looking to double the amount of volunteers that they have. So give them a call. Their number is 602-283-5704. The holidays are around the corner. That is the worst time when people are lonely, right? They need you people out there that can make them happy and do things with them and change a life. Again, that number is 602-283-5704. Check them out on their website. It's AAA, that's AAAPHX.org.